Now, you, just so I'm clear, you hadn't run vets before we started running vets together. Is that correct?
Yeah, I haven't done that before.
Okay, perfect. So we get on a call. Well, actually, let me take a step back because I want to know what made you, outside of what I said, was there anything that made you say, like, I want to pull the trigger? Because Raven was like, look, I want to do both the fresh final expense and the fresh veterans. But what in your mind was like, yeah, let's do the veterans first. Kind of walk people through, like, because there's so many people that don't even know what veterans are, just like cold traffic. But walk people through, like, what made you choose that, and then we'll go into like your experience with the leads.
Just from being a financial advisor and understanding how businesses work, a lot of businesses' successes come off having a niche. And so I knew, being a veteran, I probably have some sort of emotional attached to veterans, or maybe like a trust that's already off the bat, which I don't think is needed at all. You know what I mean? Veterans just want to be served like how they serve. But I mean, outside of that, I'm a faith-driven man. So I just felt like, God was telling me to really take that call with you and try out some vet leads. And, it's been a blessing ever since.
Yeah, 100%, bro. So before we hop into scripting so far, so and whatnot, I mean, how much did you write off just that first initial
I
pack of?
mean, bro, I think I talked to you like the first week of January,
Mhm.
maybe,
Yeah,
right? It
yeah,
was
first.
January 22nd. Every lead that I've closed this month has been from Lead Lab. Aged, veteran, final expense, just shy of 20K APV this month.
So that
Yeah, this is my best month. Off the vet leads, I'm probably at about 15K APV right now. And I just barely got my second order fulfilled. The efficiency is insane as long as you work them and follow up with them.
that's fire. Now let's talk about how you're doing it, bro. So let's start from the top, bro.
Okay.
Let's go into script. What are you
Okay.
saying on the intro? And then let's just, you don't have to role play the whole thing, but kind of walk through what you say and then walk through kind of like what is your sales process? Are you going straight into the why? Are you pitching options? Just the floor is yours, bro. Just kind of take it away and just kind of walk people through how you're closing these deals, bro.
Okay. Well, for one, I think with all lead types, not just veteran leads, the my process behind it is if they're high intent, the first day, I'm gonna give them a couple dials. I'll shoot them a text, email, leave a voicemail if I don't get an answer. Every day after that, if I spend my hard-earned cash on these high intent leads, I'm gonna get a conversation out of them. Unless they block me or they tell me do not ever call this phone number again. I'm dialing them three times, three different times a day. Now, outside of that, if I get a hold of them, what I know about, veterans and honestly anyone really that's, kind of done something, I guess, traumatic, they really do like being appreciated. Everyone loves feeling being appreciated. You know what I mean? So Trey, if I got a hold of you, I'm like, hey, Trey, you're like, hey, hello, who's this? Some of them answer, who's this? What do you want? Some of them are like, yeah, who's this? I'm like, hey, man, this is Raymond. And real quick, just to be Trey has been super transparent as possible, showed me the ads he's running, how he's running them, the name behind the program. Dude, that's huge. No other lead vendor is doing that. So having that key piece of information and using that is really what's been probably key. You know what I mean? So, hey Trey, this is Raymond from Veteran Protection Program. I'm getting back to a request here that you sent in. And first and foremost, sir, before we get started, just want to thank you for your service. I see here you served in the Army, and I have you at the beautiful young age of, whatever. Cool. Now, Trey, I see here you sent in this request, through the Veteran Protection Program because you're looking for, final expense coverage for veterans, day one coverage, no waiting period. And then you listed your beneficiary as your spouse. You're just looking for more information to leave some money behind for, correct? Cool. One thing about the vet leads that I've been utilizing more and I have seen a lot more efficiency is setting appointments.
Hmm.
Most of these guys are doing who knows what. It's okay if it's not a one call close. If you hear them driving, if you hear things going in the background, if you feel the energy, the vibes, you can go into it and you can be like, hey, what I say is, hey, just in case you missed it, my name is Raymond. I'm the licensed advisor and underwriter here for the state that was assigned to help you with this information. So just to put you at ease, Trey, I'm not a captive sales rep or sales agent. My job is just to kind of go over your situation, see what you'd be eligible for, and help you find the absolute most affordable and sustainable option for you and your family. Does that make sense? However you want to go about it, just kind of ensuring them you're there for them. You're not a sales rep, thanking them for their service, showing them appreciation. Doesn't matter which direction you take. Now, at that point in time, for me, what I've noticed with these leads is setting an appointment because they have more intention. Veterans have way more intention behind final expense leads. So setting an appointment with them is going to stick as long as you make it officialized. You know what I mean? Let's say you're on the road right now, it's a bad time. hey Trey, I don't want to be the reason why we don't even get to go through this process, talking to you over the phone while you're on the road. I extensively work with 10 to 15 veteran families each and every day. Now, I'm going to stick my neck out for you and move some things around this week just so I can make sure we get this done for you. I know how important this is for you. Is there a specific time and day that might work that I can move some things around and help you go through this information? Once they do that, they choose a time, they know you're super busy, they know it's important, have them save your number wherever you want to go. And that's pretty much it. Really, it's just like any other final expense life insurance lead. As long as you're putting them first, showing them appreciation, that's pretty much it, bro. There's no secret sauce. You know what I mean? There's nothing crazy.
Yeah, nah. Well, first of all, there's so many things that you hinted on that's super important. First of all, I appreciate you for listening, bro. Some people, we give them all the material and they don't. And the ones that do, it's literally night and day if you just use the information. Now, you put your own spin on it, but if we give you the landing page, if we show you what the person is seeing, use that to your advantage. Most people just try to use their script for the intro, and then their tonality is also off because the client didn't see what the ad said or what we showed you
Yeah.
and gave you ammo for. And you just clearly explain that. And then, like that, the rest everything else you said, that's Raymond sauce. So if you
Yeah.
like that, use what he used, right? But like you have to add your own creativity to it. Our job is just to help facilitate a super qualified lead with a good number and give you all the information before they filled it out. And then you come in and you do what you're, special at.